So what we're going to do is we're going to be adding video, and we're also going to be adding a little iframe down here. So we are going to need to download some files. So let me pull this over here. These all need to go into your media folder, and you can see that we've got the 3 web formats for the Pattis monkey and the 3 for the gibbon. And these are videos that I took at the Naples Zoo. So we're going to put those right into the media folder. So I'm right-clicking on them. And I'm going to just double check in my media folder to make sure I have all of them. So let me refresh this. So I've got the 3 here for the gibbon, and I've got the 3 down here for the Pattis. So now I'm ready to go into my code and start making those changes. So let me pull this out of the way. And we're going to go over into our code. And the video section is down here. And underneath the Pattis monkey, this is where we're going to be putting our video, embedded video with the video tag and controls. So we're going to key in video. Controls are turned on. And then we have the dimensions of the video box. And to get that, you have to go to where the video is. And this is the Pattis monkey. So I'm just going to select the MP4 here. I'm going to right-click on this, go into Properties, and take a look at the details. So this is showing me the width and the height. And that's a little bit bigger than what I want. In most pages, embedded video is much smaller because, you know, if they wanted to, they typically can click and get a larger version. So I'm going to cut this size in half. So it's going to be 320 by 240. And so that's the size that we are going to be using. It's about half the original. And, you know, if I didn't want to do exactly half, let's say I wanted to do 60%, then I would probably launch my little calculator app here, key in 640 times 0.6. That gives me the 60% dimension. So I do the same for the height. If it's 50%, it's pretty easy math. So we're going to go in here. And so we've got our video controls specified. Now we're going to use the style attribute. We're going to say width is 320. And the height is 240. Now let me put my end video here. Oops. And then in between, I'm going to have these source tags, basically indicating the type of video and where it's located. So the source tag itself here, we have to tell it where to find the video. So they got to open the media folder, and the name of it is pattismonkey.mp4. Now the type is video/mp4. And the other 2 sources are similar, so I'm a lazy typist, and I'm going to Control C to copy, Control V to paste. And I like everything all lined up. Now I'm just going to change the endings. So the second web format video is OGG. So if for some reason, I can see I made a little typo here. If for some reason it cannot play the MP4, it will try to connect the OGG video to the control box. And if for some reason that one doesn't work either, it'll come down to this third one and try to connect WebM. Now, if for some reason all of them fail, you may want to include some text that will display, something like your browser doesn't support HTML5 video, or the video can't play, or we're having technical difficulties, you know, whatever you would want to show there, just to indicate that there is a problem and it's not playing. Okay, so I'm going to save this. And we're going to come out here and reload the page. And you can see with the dimensions that we adjusted to, half the size fits in here rather well.
This animal has been given the gift of speed.
Now you'll notice that they can expand this if they wanted to. So you certainly do not need to give them a big size video when you embed. Underneath the white-handed gibbon, we're going to do links to videos. So that's our next task. So we're going to come down here. And these are very similar to the links that we did for sound. And we're going to put them inside paragraphs. Going to use our anchor tag for this. And the hypertext reference, again, is going to open the media folder and grab the file, which is Pattis, or it should be the Gibbon one, Gibbon monkey. I'm going to put my closing anchor so I don't forget. And then in between, I'm going to enter the text that will display as a link. And I'm also going to tell it this is an MP4 file and it's 9.67 megabytes. Now, how can I tell the size? Well, if I come over here and I look, I guess it's a little bit over that now. It's actually 11K. Yeah, so anyway, it's a little bit over the size that I gave it, but that's fine. They'll understand that it's a rather large file. So if we come over here, 10.8 megabytes now. What did I say? 9.67. If you guys want to be technically correct, put 10.8. Okay. In fact, I'm going to fix that so that we all put in the right size. So let's see. We have. So it's even bigger than I thought. And we're going to double check the size of the rest of them. I am going to copy this though. And we'll paste it a couple times because we need 3 links. And the second one is going to be to OGG. So we're going to change that there. And then the third one again is WebM. And we're going to double check these sizes. So let's check OGG. Now there should be a way to do this with content view. Let me see if that works. Okay, content view you can see is giving us some dimensions here. And it's also giving us size. And I'm actually kind of surprised that the size is so big. Let me just verify that that is the same. 18.1. Yeah, that's huge. Okay. As opposed to 10 and 6.2 down here, or 6.32. All right, so we're going to go back in and we're going to adjust these sizes so they're accurate. So we said this was 18.1. And a WebM comes out the smallest, 6.32. So we're just going to put 6.3. All right, so we've got the accurate sizes and we've got the 3 links. So let's go ahead and save this. And let's come out here and reload our page. Okay, and this is just nice for people to know what the sizes of these are. And I'm going to click using my wheel. And you can see that it can play all 3. It did not try to download one. Whereas if you remember with the sound, when we got to wave, it couldn't play wave, so it tried to download it. But now if we click,
We're here, and off to the left, this is Billy and Vanilli on this island.
Yep, so just in case you're curious, it's a boat tour that you go on. So we were on a boat, and all of these different species of monkeys are on different islands. So it is kind of cool. Anyway, so we have now an embedded video. We have our links. We're going to move on to the iframe. So if you're on YouTube and you find a video that you'd like to embed in one of your pages, or maybe you've created a video that you want to embed, okay? You have to pull up the video. So we want a white-handed gibbon singing and swinging. And that happens to be the first one that we want. Now, once you have the video up, there's a share button here, so you're going to click on that. The web address that you see is the one you would use if you wanted to just do a link, just a regular anchor with a hypertext reference. If you want to embed, you have to actually click on embed down here, and this gives you the iframe information. So I'm going to copy this. So I'm highlighting and pressing Control-C. And I'm going to put this under white-handed gibbon singing and swinging, or swinging and singing. So I'm going to press Control and V as in Victor to paste. And the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of the width and height. This is kind of old style. We don't really use these attributes anymore. If we're going to specify a width and a height, we do it using styles. But for an iframe, we don't really want to limit or to specify a width and a height because it will automatically resize based on the size of the container. And because we're using the flexible layout, we don't want this video to be too big. So we've got a link to it, so it is going to display. We said that we don't want a border to display on the frame, and we will allow it to go full screen. So let's save this. And then let's go ahead and reload. Close out of here, reload. And you can see if you click on it, it will play, and we can actually go to full screen on this. And that is how you add video to your pages.